NFC's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning NFC champs and the Texans, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A give. This is Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Room to run again. And down right around the 37.
Let's go.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Watson. And incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
the red zone now. Watson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Roach.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Once more, Montgomery. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Adam Troutman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Once good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll start with the option. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Giving 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on third and down. Looking to throw. And Graham on the grab. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah,
I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. Let's go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Watson's throw caught by Higgins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Armadillos have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive, 4 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On first down, it's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Watson. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Austin's offense ready to go again. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And here's Kamara on the read option. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he's going to use his legs here. Room to run past midfield. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 6-yard line. A big play there on the option. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Armadillos are able to stretch out their lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with a touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25 on second down, Watson. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's taken in by Higgins. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. On first down, Watson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39.
Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll run on first down. Roach. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And Lutz's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Austin's offense ready to go again. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. And how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Armadillos are able to extend their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw again. Back to Kamara for another catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Well, we get our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Tyreek Hill, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They go play action here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there.
Good job.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Armadillos add 6 to their lead. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Austin's offense ready to go again. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's French. And the Texans scoop it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Austin's offense ready to go again. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On 2nd down, Kamara running right through him. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple, and that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now an option play on second down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Let's go.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And here's Kamara on the read option.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Armadillos are able to widen their advantage.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the 50, it's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On second down now, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, Watson. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Houston touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 31, Watson.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Watson on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Again, it's Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Watson. This is intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Austin's offense ready to go again. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Four yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. To the air yet again. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson looks to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Richardson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
2nd down at 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And here's Kamara on the read option.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Austin.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Austin, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Houston, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.